Okay, should we move on to some braving inventory maybe? And
Yes.
continue on with that. For you listeners who has been with us now for a long period of time, and you are growing, and especially now, this in the English podcast, this is quite new, but the our listener base is growing by the week, which is very exciting, and we do appreciate you taking time out of your busy weekend schedule to listen to us talking about what could be considered very boring topics, but relevant topics. So, if you've been with us for the last couple of weeks, you know we have been talking about Brené Brown's book, Dare to Lead. And in that book, she has something called a braving inventory connected to it. Hence, it's a list of things you should think about when you are acting as a leader. And she's bringing up things which she failed miserable with herself throughout her leadership life, so to speak. So, it's a bit of a life lesson list, which you can then adhere to and think about and maybe improve your leadership skills. And today we have reached the letter V in braving, and V stands for Volt. And I'll read the comment connected to the word vault and see what she says. You don't share information or experiences that are not yours to share. I need to know that my confidences are kept and that you're not sharing with me any information about other people that should be confidential. Why is this important, Kim Hindert?
Yeah, but surely it has to be more important to have a conversation with you. If you're curious about Johan,
Mm-hmm.
it must be better for our relationship if I give you all the dirty gossip I've got in confidence from Johan.
Mm. Well, if you do, we probably have something to snicker and laugh about, and that could probably enhance our relationship. But the trust between you and the party in which of the information you are sharing, if he finds out that you are talking about things that you weren't supposed to talk about, the relationship is failed between you and that person. And let's say that that is a person that works for you or with you, and you are in a close relationship with that specific person, and that he or she shares something very valuable to them, personal to them, and say, this stays between you and me, this is not for you to share. And you do it anyways because it's so exciting to talk about others people's gossip. You will completely ruin the trust between you and that person. That is just a stated fact. It will happen if I know that you are talking behind my back, or you are sharing information that you're not supposed to share. I will simply not trust you, and I will stop talking to you about things that are relevant to me as a person, and your ability to lead me is essentially dead from now on, because I will simply not trust your ability to keep your mouth shut.
But Brené is speaking about the importance of an open and honest conversation to build relationships.
Mm-hmm.
How does
it correlate? Well,
correlate?
Simply put, if I say that we should have an open discussion, yes, but it's for the person who shares the information. If I share something personal to me, it's up to me. Then I should probably be the one telling the next person and the third person and whoever person that is interested, if it relates to them and they need to know. So I should be the one sharing my personal information with others. Because if you start to share, even if I were to on a stupid notion tell you it's okay for you to share, you won't probably share it the same way I did, and you will not tell it the way you're supposed to. And then all of a sudden you start to spread misinformation regarding me as a person or whatever I have stated to you. And yes, we should have an open relationship, absolutely. But an open relationship is built on trust. And if I can't trust you, I won't be able to have an open relationship with you. So,
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. So what she's telling is you share what is yours to share.
Yes.
So when I talk to you, I can talk about my feelings and my needs. and my fears, but those are mine to share.
Mm-hmm.
I don't talk about Johan's feelings.
No.
So, and especially like you said, it doesn't take more than one step. There's a reason why we have something called a hearsay rule as well.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take more than one step before things become untrue. It's nothing malicious, but exactly as they say, you can't share in the same way as the subject matter at hand.
No.
That's totally impossible. So things can very quickly become untrue if you do this as well.
And that would start to lead to gossip. And gossip is a very toxic thing. Because gossip is just the mother of all untrustworthy things in life, essentially, because someone is saying something about a third or fourth person, which they know nothing about, they have heard about, and to your point, hearsay is just awful things, because it will start to generate a mistrust and a mislead, and the information spread to the third or fourth person will be false. And once again, we do not want to have a group or team or workplace where people are gossiping behind people's back. That is not a suitable workplace.
But if I'm a manager and I go to you and you work for me and say, Daniel, give me all the gossip you have on Johanna.
Mm-hmm. The answer is no.
Now,
simply put.
Surely that would be to your benefit, wouldn't it?
Well, short term maybe, yes. Long term, no.
And you would then, of course, trust me.
For sure.
About you.
Because if of course, if I'm stupid enough to think that I was the only one who you're asking that specific question, you will probably go to someone else and ask for all the gossip regarding me. So no, I will probably not trust you with anything moving forward either. So if that is a leadership style you want to add, that you want to use your position and your ability to manipulate people because you're their manager, then you're not a leader, you're a dictator, and that's a very different way of acting. Leadership is actually something positive, trying to drag information out of someone because you want to use the dirt for your own good benefits. That's called dictatorship, and let's not practice that in any workplace. There are several situations in the world where we can give you really, really bad examples of that can go if you start to act that way. But to your point, no. If you start to ask me about gossip about someone else, guess what? You're probably going to do it regarding me as well. So that's not something we want to do. So keeping things to yourself. If someone actually comes up to you and say, this is between you and me, and it needs to stay between you and me, that's a trust and a bond that has to be kept. Because if you don't, your trust is done.
Yes. And if you feel that this is something someone else needs to know about as well, the simple path then is ask them. If you're coming to me and telling me I have a drug problem, and I say, yeah, but I'm not your manager, you have to tell your manager, then it's always best to tell you, go talk to your manager.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be the one going to talk about you. You should be the one going to talk to you, because then it's perfectly fine, because that's your
yes,
that's your thing to share. But yes,
but don't relay personal things about other people to a third party. That would probably never end up in a good way. So keep your vault safe.